of your perfect man, or why he should have you.
Oh, it's fine with me.
Perfect man, ideally 6'2", got a bit of weight to him, not too skinny, funny, humble, loyal, attentive, ambitious, and he should want me because I would reciprocate the same energy.
For me, the perfect man would be just taller than me, supportive, ambitious, loyal, knows what he wants in life, takes care of the family, the home, and yeah, he should want me because I have a really big heart. Funny, I think, in tune with himself, i.e. spiritually. I'm not really bothered about his height, to be honest. He needs to be more than average downstairs and also know how to use it, and completely obsessed with me, and ambitious.
Now, what is going on here? You probably are expecting me to do a review of the last episode of The Last of Us, but I've already done that apparently. IMDb says there's 10 episodes. I've only ever seen 9. So if there's another episode out there that I'm not aware of, hey, point me to that and I'll go ahead and do a review of it. Otherwise, I'm not going to do a review of it. Whatever. If I never see that episode, I will be fine. And I apologize if you're looking forward to that review. It doesn't seem to be happening. Now, this is a bunch of very unattractive women on Just Pearly Things. And the title of this video is Pearl Dismantles Modern Women's Plans to Get High-Value Man. Now, I've noticed there's a lot of hyperbole in the titles of the videos that I see posted on Just Pearly Things. So we'll see if this is accurate. I don't think that it will be. But I do want to cover what these women are thinking here. It's just ridiculous. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube does unsubscribe people every single day. You can find me over on Rumble and on Twitter. There are links down in the description. You can also find me on BitChute and Odyssey. So there's 2 other places. If I get yeeted off of YouTube, you can find me over there. So let me review what these women said and break it down point by point.
Oh, it's fine with me. Perfect man, ideally 6'2", got a bit of weight to him, not too skinny, funny, humble, loyal, attentive, ambitious, and he should want me because I would reciprocate the same energy.
All right, so she wants a man who's 6'2". We got to find out what the average height of a man is in England. English man average height. Not surprising, 5 feet 9 inches tall. Let's see here. Percentage of men over 6 feet tall in England. In England, percentage of men over 6 feet tall. 30% of men under 25 are now 6 feet tall. That's only 6 feet tall, not 6'2", though, right? So it's probably a lot less men who are 6'2", significantly less. You know, if you're looking at 15% of men, let's say, just, you know, maybe I'm totally wrong. Just toss that out there. 15% is a decent number. She wants a 6'2" man, so she's limited herself to 15% of the population. We'll even, you know, we'll just call it 30%, just because 30%. So she limited herself to 30% of the male population. He doesn't have to be thin, she said. He has to be funny. He has to be ambitious, and he has to be humble. Oh, okay. Well, what is funny? Can you define that? Because everybody has a different sense of humor. He's humble. Okay, so what does humility mean to you? I mean, he's not arrogant. He's not cocky. He's not full of himself. Well, if he's 6'2" and he's robust, because she said she wanted a little bit of weight on him, those guys tend to throw on their weight a little bit more, right? Because they can. I don't know. I mean, it's just been my experience. He's ambitious. What does that mean? That is code word for he has a lot of money. He's making a lot of money. He's on his way to earning a lot of money. He's a 6-figure earner, and that number is going up year on year. And I don't mean by he's getting a 2% raise or a 3% raise or even a 5% raise. No, he's earning $100,000 this year. Next year, he can expect to earn $200,000 and so on and so forth. That's what ambitious means. And he would be with her because she would return his energy. Well, yeah, I would hope so. I mean, you would have to fit together like a puzzle piece. That's like baseline right there. That's the basis that you need. You need to have like that basic energy being returned, or you're not going to have a relationship. This woman is really gross. If you're not looking at the screen, trust me. She's probably 200, at least. Her face, with all this makeup on, she has a ton of makeup on her face, and she's still got an ugly face. Ugh. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If you can't look good with makeup on, there's no hope for you. All right, so there's my analysis of it. Let's move on to the next one. See what she has to say.
For me, the perfect man would be just taller than me, supportive, ambitious, loyal, knows what he wants in life, takes care of the family, the home. And yeah, he should want me because I have a really big heart.
All right, so he's going to take care of the home. So he's going to do all the housework. Is that what that means? I don't know what that means. But she's saying, hey, he should want me because I have a really big heart. At least she's reasonable on the height requirement and just taller than me. I mean, I understand that not every man is going to be taller than her, and maybe she's really tall, but I get it. That's what women want. And as a man, I want a woman who's shorter than me. But again, there's that ambition word. He's got to be ambitious. So these top earners that these women want are not looking at these three women and going, yeah, let's get together, because they are not attractive. Not one of them is pretty. Not one of them is thin. I don't know what to tell you about that. Let's move on to the next one.
Thonny, I think, in tune with himself, i.e. spiritually. I'm not really bothered about his height, to be honest. He needs to be more than average downstairs and also know how to use it, and completely obsessed with me and ambitious.
All right, I don't believe her. She said she doesn't care about his height. You just got to have it bigger than average downstairs and know how to use it. I'm sure that she means that part. She said ambitious right there, So that's something that, again, it means has lots of money. It's code for has lots of money. So she said that he has to be in tune with himself spiritually. Whatever that means. Is he a priest? Because priests can't use that, I don't think. I mean, maybe they can, but I don't think they get a lot of action. He's got to be completely obsessed with you. Why? What about you would make him obsessed? I don't get it. She didn't say anything that she brings to the table. And that's the thing. It's like none of these women bring anything to the table. None of them are pretty. None of them are young enough. Well, maybe the one in the middle is young enough. I know how old the one on the left is. She says she's 38. But they're not bringing anything to the table. Like, the bare minimum is you're going to have the same energy and you're going to be able to play off of each other. That energy is going to be supportive of your relationship. That's the bare minimum. And then the girl in the middle, she said, I have a big heart. Okay, that's good. You care about him. Is that what he really needs, though? Is that what he needs? Maybe. Maybe you can find a man out there that's like, yeah, that's what I need. That's what I really need. Most men need the bedroom action. That's what they're after. All right, so let's see if Pearl has anything to say about this.
I just wonder when someone's going to mention sex, because women was going like, sex is not important in their
I
perfect
mentioned
man.
the willy side.
You're the only one that did.
Because that matters.
Yeah. Nobody mentioned money. Nobody mentioned a job. And she's the only one that mentioned damn.
This is somebody they call Auntie. Obviously, she has gray hair. She's an older woman who, I guess has the wisdom that she's bringing to the group.
I said ambitious as well. So if he's ambitious, he's got P.
That's what I mean. When women say ambition, it could be a road sweeper, and then his ambition is to drive the truck.
Yeah, I hear that. No. Ambition to be, have businesses that are successful and, become a millionaire, if not billionaire. Like
I was saying, these women want a man with bank. That's like the number one thing that they all want, ambition or whatever. They want money. This woman in the middle, she does want a man who can take care of the house. And what she actually means, and she'll get into that, is he can pay the bills.
I feel like ambition is ambition. Obviously, in a perfect world, he'd be a good earner.
Would you be okay with a guy that's an artist but makes £10 an hour?
And he's happy with it.
Yeah, and he's a really good artist.
No, that's why I said you'd have to make a decent wage. Me personally, if I feel like salaries is an important factor, you both have to be earning. You both have to be bringing something in.
Mm-hmm.
She points out the whole mistake that modern women are making. Like, look, I earn a good living, therefore you should be with me. I don't care how much money you make. And none of these three women here, I don't care how much money any one of them makes. None of them are at all attractive to me, period, hands down, not even a little bit. I am repulsed by these women. They clearly don't take care of themselves. The one on the left, maybe a little bit, but the other two definitely are not taking care of themselves. You can put lipstick on a pig. This is harsh. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Would you date someone that makes less than you? Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't mind if it's less as long as it's not like I'm carrying them.
Mm-hmm.
If they're still able to be a financial support, but it doesn't bother me.
How much less could he make than you? Well, you know what you make. I mean, I'm not going to ask you to say that, but like what percent less? So 20% less than you, 10%?
Yeah, well, based on my salary, then yeah, I'd say no more than 20% less.
Okay, what about you?
So she's willing to date a man who makes slightly less than her, 20% less. So if she makes £50,000 a year, that's going to be £40,000. I don't know what the average wage is in England. It doesn't really matter. But the fact is that, she has to be at least an average earner. If she's saying, hey, look, I make $20,000, I'm willing to take a man who makes $15,000. I don't think that, in the United States, that wouldn't fly. Like, if you're making $20,000 a year, you're not making it, right? You're barely getting by. If you're making $15,000 a year, you're not getting by. You are depending on other people, period, hands down. That's it. So I'm assuming that she is talking about that she makes a decent wage, probably like $60,000 a year. And so then, her man can make $46,000 and that'd be okay. Because I'm assuming that you can make it on England at $46,000. And that's why she said that. She doesn't want to have to carry him. So it's okay. It's the other way around though, right? If they're like, I'm only making $20,000, I expect to have a man who makes $200,000. It'd be fine. They would have no problem saying that. And I don't think there's too many men out there who would say, yeah, that's perfectly okay. I don't care. Why would I care how much she makes? I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't care how much you make. Doesn't matter to me. What I care about is, if you're going to be a good partner.
Like for me, it's very important for like my man to take care of the household, like the bills, electricity, all of that. So I would prefer if he made more than me.
Okay. Do you have a cookbook of like recipes that you've made yourself?
No.
Okay, so why would he pay 100% of the bills if you don't have,
No, I didn't say 100% of the bills, just mostly takes care of the bills.
Okay, so what percent?
Of the bills?
Yeah.
Like 60, 70% of it.
70%.
Mm.
All right, so we know that what she's after now, she is after somebody who makes like twice as much as what she makes, somewhere around that area. Because she's making like $33,000, then she said 66, 67%. So there you go. She's looking for somebody who's making of their overall income for the household. If she makes 33%, then he could make the other 67%. And so she wants somebody who makes twice what she makes.
Obviously, I'm an artist, so I aspire to big things. Like, I want to be a multimillionaire. So I don't expect my guy to earn that type of money.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as he's really, really trying and he's got his shit together, then it's fine.
You want to be a multimillionaire? Yeah. How old are you?
38.
When do you expect to be a multimillionaire? In
the next 2 years.
Auntie, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, poor man with ambition or rich man with none.
In case you didn't understand what she said a poor man with ambition or a rich man with none. And it's just a question of how you're going to spend your money, really, is what it comes down to at this point.
It's a good question.
For me, it's a rich man with none. Because if he's rich, we could be doing other things, like going on holiday, creating things.
But that will run out if he's got no ambition to make more money.
Not really, because not really. He's rich. You can't take that away from him.
You can.
He's got it from his family. He's rich.
That's what Pearl's thinking now.
It don't change, innit? It's either rich forever or poor forever. That's how it works. So yeah, rich.
No, because it's old money. It can run out if you spend frivolously and just start doing madness. It's going to run out. I'd rather a poor man with ambition because at least I know he's going to get somewhere because he's ambitious. Rich with no ambition, you're just going to spunk it and you don't aspire to do anything.
Some people have wealth, generational wealth that will never run out.
Depends how rich we're talking. If it's like really rich, like generational wealth, then I don't see.
You'd be surprised. A lot of like I come from an area where like there's a lot of wealthy people, and you'd be surprised how quick their kids can blow the money. You'd be surprised.
But it's like when we get asked a question, is it body, money? You can't change it. It's just something that's always the same.
But if he's rich with no ambition,
he's rich. It don't matter. He's just rich.
So as long as he's got
the no ambition, I'm with you.
So he's got money and he just doesn't want to do anything.
I think she thinks because we've done question. Have you seen a show before?
No, I'm talking about being with King. So
okay, because King on his show he says it doesn't switch because like that he has a different question and it doesn't switch. But I think she's saying it could switch later. You just have to pick one on the starting point.
Because I find that with women, they always want somebody who's made it. And I think with men, the women want to say that they've made their money before they meet a man, or they want somebody that's made. And I think the most successful relationships, poor men with ambition, where they build together.
Because you both grafted together, you come from nothing and got something.
And I think if you look at most of the rich couples out there, the rich men out there, they're built with their woman from nothing.
The ones that have it as well, if you meet someone who's already got it, you're replaceable at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's got access to however much, because that's what he's used to. When you've built with someone, they're going to have more value for you because you was there from the beginning and grafted with them. Not to say that they still won't do so, they still won't leave, but they'll have more value for you, I think.
Look at the under 50s out there that are rich. And look at the ones that have made it together, that are in couples, that have built it from nothing and they're getting there. And you see the difference. That's why I asked the question. Because a lot of women, they want to either get their own. Like, you want to be a millionaire in 2 years. Have you got a man now? Sorry.
No, I'm single.
Right, so when you're a millionaire, then you're going to get a man. But you're going to get a man before.
No, I'm not waiting for that. Like, I'm focusing on my career. I've been married. I was in a relationship for 15 years. I've got children. So now I need to just focus on myself and put all my energy into that. Whatever comes to me, comes to me. But I'm
on top of being 38, ugly, and not caring about a man's place in her relationship being the provider, she wants a man as a boy toy. She was the only one out of the three who mentioned sex is a requirement, and she said he had to be bigger than average down there and know how to use it. I'm guessing that she doesn't care about any other parts of the relationship, really. she has 3 kids too, or she has a couple kids too, at least 2. I don't know how many kids she has. Maybe she has 4 or 5. Who knows? You're not going to get, I mean, no man is going to, in his right mind, is going to be interested in you. Not for long term. So good luck with that. You offer nothing. You offer nothing to a man.
I'm not going to be with a man because of his money, whatever. I'm going to get my own. Do you know what I mean? And I would love to share it with him. Also, I always say that even if I'm a millionaire, I'll give him his money. He still has to pay for the meals and stuff when we go out, just because I like that feeling. The chivalry.
Emasculating
Can
a
I ask
man.
a question?
See, she is emasculating a man, and Auntie called her on it. You're emasculating the man. She doesn't even care. She just wants him to be a toy for her to, get her rocks off with. That's it. And there's going to be men who probably want to do that, but how many of them are going to want to stick around with you for very long term? Especially if they're balling. Like, she's going to give him money so he can be balling, and he's going to look the part. You think other women aren't going to be throwing themselves at him, or at least he's going to be getting some attention from other women? And she's going to want to be with a guy who's attractive, right? She said she doesn't care about height. Come on now. I know better. How many women out there have you met that don't care about height? He can be just 2 feet tall. He can be 3 feet tall. Okay, come on now. When women say I don't care how tall he is, they usually mean he has to be at least my height. And she looks like she's kind of tall, so. All right, let's get back to it.
Emasculating.
Yeah, or demasculating.
No, what do you mean?
If you're giving the man money to pay for your meal.
That's not demasculating him. How is that?
What's going on?
Well, if he's got the money and he wants to pay for it, fine. If you ain't got it, then I'll give it to you, boo. We can pretend. Like, who cares? Money shmoney.
I want to know what Blessings thought, because he might give a different.
All right, we're about to get a man's opinion on the show. So listen up.
Nah, that's just crazy. Sorry. If you're gonna give a guy money for him to pay, like, yeah.
But if I'm a millionaire and you're on a standard wage, I'm paying for everything. That just makes sense. So instead of when we go to a restaurant and I'm pulling out my credit card, you're going to pull out the credit card. It don't matter where the money's come from.
But he doesn't feel like a man, though.
Yeah, you're not getting it.
Well, I don't know. It's just like when you're in the media and entertainment, money's different. You can have a hit and you're going to get millions of pounds. We're not doing a normal 9 to 5. It's different. It's a different reality.
As a guy, just as a man, I'd rather take you to McDonald's and pay.
No, we're not going to McDonald's. No, that's called ego and pride. That's not sense.
And men have a lot of that.
I know, but babe, when you're actually dating a millionairess, it'll be a different.
He said men have a lot of that ego and pride. I don't think that it's so much ego and pride. I think it's just the way that the world shakes out. From the beginning of the human experience, men have been providing for women. That's just how it is. They go out, they kill an animal, they bring it back, the woman eats. Yes, women did gather, but are they going to get enough calories to survive by just gathering wild plants and eating them? Maybe, depending on where they live, maybe. But they're not going to get the high density nutrients that you get out of meat. So this is just this way that the human situation shakes out in the end. And you're saying, oh, you're not going to be the provider, I'm going to be the provider because I'm a girl and I'm a girl boss. Men don't want that. Men don't want a girl boss. My sister, she got a lot of money. She's earned a ton of money in her life. And she did have a guy who was with her who I don't know all his financial situation. I got the impression that he had been around money and he had earned a lot of money, but he was currently in a state dealing with legal situations with his ex-wife and payments to her and such, so that he was struggling at the time when he was dating my sister. And they were perfectly happy, but I think he paid for a lot of stuff. He just didn't pay for like the dwelling. That was all done by my sister. So, I mean, everybody can have their own situation. My brother's married women who make more money than they do. So everybody has their own way of dealing with life. But the thing is she seems like she wants to be a baller, right? She wants to be out there living that high life, that socially elegant lifestyle where, look, you can see that I am better than other people, that I have this extravagant lifestyle. Men aren't going to want to be with a woman who provides that for them. Not typically, not long term. There are probably men who will, but again, she's limiting herself. Right? She's 38. She's not pretty. She's got kids. I'm guessing she thinks that her sexual energy and her millions of dollars are going to attract a long-term partner for her. I no, it's not going to. Short-term partners, yeah. Long-term, no.
Vibe in a different language that you're speaking.
Most guys don't last doing that.
We'll see. I'll be back here in 2 years and we'll have a conversation.
What was I going to ask? Would you guys go down in lifestyle for a family? So say no nails, no hair, very little makeup budget, but you get a man for a lifetime, loyal. He's everything you want, but you have to go down in lifestyle. You maybe get, you pick the amount they get a month for recreational. Auntie's better with the budgeting.
For recreational for them? For the whole household or just for them?
For them. Like they get to spend on themselves. Everything else is the kids or the family.
£500 a month.
£500 a month.
So
that's a lot.
To be with a perfect man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe not perfect. No man's perfect, but
he does everything that I need him to do.
Yeah, but you live in, where do they live? Auntie, I think Auntie's going to give the better picture. Where do they live?
They live in Canning Town in a tower block.
I mean, I've come from a tower block, so I don't
She's
really...
so cute.
Yeah. So you go from say like a big house in like Primrose Hill, on your own, to go into a tower block in Canning Town with your perfect man and your perfect family. But in order to do that, don't forget you're building with him. But in order to do that, you're not allowed to no nails, no makeup because you can't afford it just yet.
How often can they go out with the girls?
You mentioned going out with girls.
No, how often can they go out? I mean, it could be just like a dinner or like whatever.
Now they can't afford dinner. You invite the girls in for a night in.
Oh, a night in.
Yeah.
How often can they do that?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
So it's either that or I'm just on my own basis.
Or you go out with him. Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest,
But he's your perfect man. Perfect. Like you got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll be comfortable. Like it's not the kids are paid for. It's just,
You're, the only thing they can't afford is your upkeep.
I'd rather the family, to be
Okay.
honest.
Family.
Yeah.
Wait, so I can't get my hair done, nails done. I just would say what makeup, nothing.
Nothing.
For how long is that? Like
For as long as
forever?
it takes for him to
let's
get
say
out
till
of
the
there.
kids till the kids are let's
15.
say 10.
Oh, right, I'll say 15.
Okay, I'll compromise 13. 13
And there's
years.
no like
You get to go
divorce
out-
inside. Like this is my perfect match.
This is you know, I mean,
For your
you're still,
forever
you're
man.
Still, you're still gonna fight, you know, but you're still, you know, human.
Yeah.
You'll fight, you know, now and then. But overall, a good man. But yeah, for 13 years, you can't really go out. Your friends can only come to you. That's really it.
I mean, I already have my perfect man, so I don't mind. I don't necessarily need to do all the hair, nails, makeup because he's already there. So I guess I would take the family and the man. Yeah.
Yeah, family all day.
Girls, who do you wear makeup for? Do you
Well, they all gave good answers there. They'd all rather have a family than makeup in this frivolous garbage. Now, she's going to ask, I think, here.
What do you wear makeup for? Do you wear makeup for yourself? Do you do all of it for yourself? Or do you do it to look attractive to men?
No, I don't do it to attract men or anything. I do it for myself because I do love hair and makeup and I do love getting my nails done. It just...
No, you don't. I know that you think that you have this illusion that you're doing it for yourself, but being sexually attractive makes you feel good, okay? That's how human beings work. We are put on this earth to reproduce, right? So if you have the qualities that indicate that you can reproduce, then you're going to feel good about yourself.
I'm just used to doing that.
Wait, but didn't you just say? I
Yeah,
don't
I know.
That's not
but
entirely
it's
true.
just
Because
more...
you wouldn't. No one would go into a club with no makeup on and your bald head, cane rows. No one's going to do it. When you go out,
Yeah.
you dress yourself up to attract the opposite sex. You do it to feel good too. However, you do it for the opposing person.
This girl's right. She's right. You do it for the opposite sex. You do it for yourself because it feels good for you, but you're doing it for the opposite sex too. That's just how it breaks down. But that's pretty much it for this video. There's not really anything else. There's like talk about makeup at the end, so whatever. Pointless stuff. Pearl did not tear these women a new one, like the title of the video suggests. I'm disappointed in that. I would have liked to seen that, you know, her put these women in their place and being like, look, realistically, you're not going to get a 6'2" man. Maybe you are. It's possible. It's not outside the realm of possibility. But the 6'2" man can get. I mean, what I've seen, these tall men, they get so much poon thrown at them. They get their pick. So, hey, if she's really cool, I guess maybe the man will be like, yeah, you're the kind of chick I can have a life with. So I'll go for it. I've seen a 6'2" man get with a woman who was not less attractive probably than this woman. Where's she at? Less attractive than this woman on the right. Probably more attractive than her, but not much. A good-looking 6'2" man do that. I've seen that happen. So it can happen, but it's just good luck with that. You're limiting yourself too much by what you're presenting to. A lot of men are like, it's not worth it for me to fight with this ugly woman, this unappealing woman. It's not worth it for me. So I'm going to go after, if I'm going to be fighting with a woman, she's going to be attractive. That's how it is. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's all I have for this time. I will see you all in the next video.